Covering developments here in Doha, Beirut, Tehran and Washington, D.C., where Al Jazeera's Rosalind Jordan is standing by for us. So, Rosalind, media reports awash with statements about and claims about U.S. planes, jets, ground support jets, helicopters coming under fire. Is the U.S. officially confirming anything at this point?
Well, the U.S. is saying that there are searches underway for one of the airmen in the F-15 Air Force fighter jet that did go down somewhere in southwestern Iran on Friday. One of the two airmen was rescued safely, but they have not found the second person. They also did indicate that a UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter, which has been taking part in the search for the second airman in that F-15 crash, was shot at, but was able to continue flying. There's some conflicting reports that a second helicopter, also a Black Hawk, was also shot at, but we do know that at least one has been fired upon ostensibly by the Iranian military, but is still airborne. And then, of course, there is the A-10 Warthog, another Air Force plane which provides close ground support for any troops that are on the ground. That has apparently gone down. One of the two crew members has been found. The other one is still being looked for.
All right, stay with us, Ross, and we're going to bring in Mohammed Val in Tehran. Mohammed, the Iranian military says it used an advanced air defense system to bring down the plane. Let's listen into the statement.
In response to the false claims made by the US president regarding the complete destruction of Iran's air defense system, an enemy American fighter jet was targeted and destroyed in the skies over central Iran by a new advanced defense system to the aerospace force of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard as part of the country's integrated air defense network. The aircraft was completely destroyed.
So we heard what they had to say, Mohammed, about a first plane. They're also talking about a second A-10 plane being hit, rescue helicopters coming under fire. So what is their narrative of what happened, how they tracked, detected all these planes, and what happened to the crew?
Yes, Sami, they didn't give details about how they tracked those aircraft, those fighter jets, but they talk about sophisticated and new anti-aircraft systems that are being deployed or have been deployed in this war. And they talked about that first aircraft early in the morning. They even showed some wreckage, and they seem to be trying to identify whether it was an A-35 or it was, or whether it was an F-35 or F-15. So until now, there are conflicting reports here in Iran whether it was this one or that one. But it's confirmed that this aircraft has been downed by Iranian defense air systems, and they are talking proudly of it. There are even celebrations about it in the streets, even though celebrations are happening every night here in Tehran. But tonight, a new vigor in those celebrations, because they are proud of the Iranian defense systems and the Iranian army, its capabilities, particularly after the Americans said many times, particularly the President Donald Trump said many times that that air system on air defenses and capabilities have completely been obliterated, even in the first 1 or 2 weeks of the war. So now this is a huge surprise by the Iranian army, and they are also talking about the second aircraft, an A-10 that was downed over near the Gulf, and some of the statements coming from the government here and the media talking about researching for the pilots, and that's what's going on. There are no detail about those two aircrafts, how they were downed, but clearly the Iranians are showing new surprises to the Americans and talking about more to come. But also, by the way, Sami, they are talking about not just one, not two, they are talking about 5 helicopters that have been shot, some of them shot down and some of them damaged. And that's what's going on here in the media, and also that's what it's being said by the government and particularly the army and IRGC.
Rosalind,